the average person has thousands of thoughts each day. And according to statistics, the average person thinks negatively or destructively nearly 70% of the time. And when we look at that statistic within the confines of our intimate relationships, it's no wonder why divorce rates are sky high. It's why being single these days is not such a bad situation to be in. If your relationship is suffering, perhaps observing what habits you express, and of course what habits they express, would be the best place to start looking on how to make your situation better. Now, if you're single right now and you're looking for the love of your life, and you're one of the average people out there thinking negatively almost 70% of the time, what kind of person do you think you're going to start attracting and then start dating? Like attracts like. I think we should really begin to take a step back and observe how we really think. And those collected thoughts, they end up making up all of our habits, good or bad. Our brain runs the show no matter which way you look at it. Our brain must give the command to do anything. Habits are controlled by a decision that we act upon. And the coding in our brain, it's hardwired in. Whenever we repeatedly engage in any behavior, the brain circuits supporting it are strengthened. And the behavior, whether it's good or bad, as far as a habit's concerned, it becomes a preferred routine. So you have to ask yourself, what habits are you doing each day that are tied to your thoughts, of course, that cause destruction in your life? If you tend to complain about the way your partner shows up, that's certainly something that's destructive. And if you do it often enough, it's going to become your preferred routine. It will come first in the way you show up in life in that specific situation. When we engage in any unhealthy behavior, such as like drinking wine or vodka or beer or something like that to calm our nerves, or perhaps we yell and scream to express ourselves in an argument to react a certain way, we essentially teach the brain to respond the same way each and every time whenever a similar situation comes our way, that's a specific way. So if you argue a lot in your love relationship right now, that may already be a destructive habit that your brain's now coded with. Your programming is to yell and scream when certain situations arise, just like your habit is to drink when your nerves get really shot. Proper understanding of who we are and who your partner is or who you want to be with, it gives you the choice to end up doing the habits the way you want to do them that are constructive. What we have to do is understand ourselves, and we do that by observing both the good and bad habits that we express each day. And then start by doing more of the good habits that we do each and every day. And that will automatically cancel out some of the bad ones. The way that we live out a much better personal life is to study what we do and how we behave. And we do that through the study of our energy, how we show up in life. And the better you understand who you are and why you're here and why you do the things you do, and of course who they are and who they show up as, the better moves you get to make in the game of life, your love life, better circumstances. We have a tendency to repeat the same things over and over in our relationships, like they don't understand me, or that's the reason why I get upset so much, because they don't understand me. I'm really not like that. If she only understood that about me, I wouldn't raise my voice or yell more than I should. We're in the habit of doing these things. And then of course, to support these habits, we end up justifying our behavior by saying that we're really good people, and they just don't understand us. It's all about understanding who they are and who you are to have the best outcome in your love life. We're coming upon a new year in just a short while, and what's going to be included with your resolutions about your love life? What are you going to fix about yourself now so you can attract the love of your life in the future? What are you working on right now? If all relationships rely on communication, then your partner must understand who you are, because sometimes you can't communicate effectively or they can't communicate effectively. But what habits are you developing right now that will pertain to be more constructive in your love life? It's very easy to see that we all have good and bad habits, and maybe this coming new year, your resolution will be to finally attract the love of your life, or perhaps your resolution will be to put more effort into understanding who your partner is, or maybe even doing that to save your relationship from falling apart completely. Whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you do, understanding who you are and understanding who they are will give you the greatest benefits in your love relationships. I'm Logan with Brain, Body, Soul. Thanks for watching.
Brain, body, soul. Live life